If I had to give you a choice here, more concerned about an offense over the next 4 to 6 weeks, Packers or Steelers minus Big Ben, where would you go?
Well, if I would say if Ben's not going to be there for 4 to 6 weeks, I'd be more concerned about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think when I look at the Green Bay Packers, I think they have people in place. I think the line is healthier than it was last year. Jordy Nelson is back. I think it's a question of getting Aaron Rodgers to feel comfortable and getting the running backs back. I think when you look at Pittsburgh, let's face it, that offense, to me, it goes around Ben Roethlisberger. We saw that a year ago when Landry Jones came in, when Ben went out. The playmakers they have, Antonio Brown is one of the top receivers in the league. But, if he doesn't get the ball, there's going to be some frustration there that can happen. And Le'Veon Bell is a good back. But right now, they're going to see a lot of 8 in the box, and they're going to force Landry Jones to beat them. And so it'll be interesting to see how they kind of put together an offense. They got D'Angelo Williams and Le'Veon Bell, and it may be more of a two-back attack with them than it is and it's ever been before. But I think Ben is one of those guys. I think he's going to miss. He's obviously going to miss this week. I know I saw the reports 4 to 6, but I think we got to kind of see where it goes with that. He went in and out the same day with the surgery, and so 6 weeks is probably on the long end. So I think we'll see how it unfolds. But there's got to be concern when you don't have the guy who's kind of the engine of that offense.
You sound like a coach who's been on the business end of Ben Roethlisberger lobbying to get it back in the game. Sounds like that to me right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he's going to be there. He's going to make sure he feels comfortable. There's no question. And I think the doctors will. Listen, I think when you look at that division, they still, I think, they're the best team in that division. So, at some point he will come back. I think the one thing you don't want to do is get him back there too early, because the one thing about Ben that makes him a special quarterback is his mobility, is his ability to extend plays. So, certainly if he's uncomfortable with his knees, and with his knee, they're not going to put him out there. But there's a lot of weapons on that offense, and but he certainly is the guy that makes everyone. It makes everything go.
And staying in that division, is Vontaze Burfict, Coach Cowher, a dirty player in your estimation?
I don't know. I don't know if it's dirty, but I think he tinkers on the side. There's no need to do the things he does. So yeah, I guess if you had to put one, I would say at times he is. I think he's without a doubt. He's a high energy, a guy that they look to and they feed off of. But he does things at times. He loses his composure. He does things that are unnecessary, and it's disrespectful to the game. So, if he doesn't control himself, he's going to hurt his team again by not being out there. And so he's going to be under a lot of scrutiny. Like you talk about Odell Beckham, the scrutiny that he's been under with his antics, after a catch or after a touchdown. So, a lot of these guys, they bring it on themselves, and but certainly he tinkers on the side of that, because some of the things he does, you just have to wonder, does he have total control of his emotions, of course, of the game.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.